Hello, 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 and welcome to the stream. Tonight we are playing more Urban Myth Dissolution Center. More reading chat. Settle in, settle in. Yeah, I'm excited to get back into it. Curious to see where the story goes. We're on the upward part of the roller coaster, so it's got to build up, chat. It's got to build up before you can get the payoff. You got to say knock knock before you say who's there. Interesting stuff this week. Pokemon, the Pokemon Day, Pokemon Direct or whatever is happening this Friday. Also, they this kind of frustrates me, but they're re-releasing Fire Red and Leaf Green, which not the re-release itself that frustrates me, right? It's more the cost $20 for each game, which kind of frustrates me. I'm like, come on, man. Change these back. Sorry, I play with my TV remote. And it's back. Oh, come on. Sorry, my TV and okay, Steam Deck aren't wanting to play nice. There's something I had to do. What was that? Oh, it's being fussy. Nope. Okay. Trying to remember, what did I do? Sorry, I'm seeing purple right now, chat. I'm seeing purple on my TV screen. I need to put it. Come on. Okay. And okay. Okay, we're in. See if this is okay. That works. But yeah. Anyway, they're re-releasing Fire Red and Leaf Green. I actually pulled out my copy. I own all of Game Boy Pokemon games. I'm just like that. Well, actually, because I noticed they were going up in price like 6 years ago, and I was like, I'm gonna buy these before they get more and more expensive, because I don't think Pokemon is gonna become less popular. I think I got Fire Red for like $60. Now it's like $100. Fire Red used to be one of the games that like nobody gave a shit about. They were like, oh, Fire Red, $35. Whereas Crystal is like $70, and same thing with Emerald. I got my copy of Emerald for $70 as well. I was like, $70 is a lot. That's a lot for a video game, especially one as old as this. But I don't think it's gonna get cheaper. My real most expensive game is Yokai Watch 3 for the Nintendo 3DS. I have not played it. I got that one for $70, and now it's like $400 just the cartridge. But that's because that had a limited North American release. Limited print. So it's pretty rare. Anyway. The Fire Red and Leaf Green re-release, cool. Great. More people can play Pokemon. Sure. Where I take issue is the fact that it's $20 for each. I think at $20 and you get both versions would be like my ideal world. I'm like, then it kind of like feels like you're getting two games. Most people will never play it, but if you're a freak, and especially if you have two Nintendo Switch consoles, like you could totally play through both of them. And like trade with yourself to like get a whole Kanto Dex. Oh, let me update this game. We gotta update for the game we're playing. So I'm like, yeah, like totally, uh, yeah. Or either that or 10 for each. But I'm like, they're so old. Or just like include them with the Switch Online as well. Like anything. Just let me get these games for free. Basically. That's what I'm saying, chat. Or a low / reduced price. I just don't want to pay money. I don't want to pay $20. And I don't think other people should have to pay $20 either. Obviously, you know, you still have emulation, but it's so different from like playing on original hardware that I'm like, no. Like, it's not a replacement for like ports, in my opinion. I do think like if a game is really expensive and hard to get, like sure, emulate it, but like I'd like official releases to be good too, if you know what I mean. So it's like, you know, if it's not available on, you know, Path of Radiance is a good example. It's like, sure. Like, it's good that it's on the Switch Online. No ifs, ands, or buts about that one. But, like, Fire Red and Leaf Green are, like, separate games. They're separate from the Switch Online. They're, like, $20 each. I'm like, oh, stinky. But, I mean, what else do I expect, you know? The bar is in hell. So yeah, there's a number of ways I would have preferred for them to do it, but they did get me. I haven't bought the games, because I don't need to play Fire Red and Leaf Green. I actually have my friend's childhood copy of Leaf Green. That's part of how I got back into Pokemon. He was like, oh, I have my Game Boy. And I was like, dude, you should bring it over. He like brought it over and it was dead. So I bought a charger on Amazon. He like left it at my house. And I like booted up and I was like, dude, you got like all these Pokemon. He let me have it. It's one of those things where I'm like, man, he was a good friend. And he gave me his Game Boy Advance SP. But yeah, I still have those. I've not erased the save file because I was like, I can't get rid of that. That's history, man. That's freaking history. But yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see what they announce. Lots of people are saying Gen 2. Pokemon Wind and Waves, I think, is what it was leaked to be. I have not looked at a lot of the Pokemon leak stuff just because I'm like, I don't really like the way that a lot of fans are engaging with it. Oh, we could have got this. Why didn't they give us that? It's like, just shut up. Just shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know anything about game development. Shut up. Not, you know, it's just the way that people talk about it and the budget and all that. I'm like, okay, just you don't know anything. Shut up, okay? Nobody cares about your stupid rage bait opinions. I will say, I'm probably overusing rage bait, but I don't like a lot of people's content, shall we say, about a lot of the leaks. I'm like, okay, you're demonstrating your lack of knowledge and understanding. So why don't you just get out? But yeah. Yeah, so we'll see. You know, I'm not gonna do a reaction. I don't do that, chat. Mostly just because I work during those times. A lot of the times during those directs, it would be fun to do a from work live reaction, but I'd have to like sneak away and I'd have to be like, yeah, I'm in the bathroom. Wink, wink for 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure they'll also. It feels like over the years, Pokemon Directs have really become more about every other thing rather than the mainline game. It's like, all right, here's some trading card game. I do hope we get more info on that Pokemon Champions, the battle simulator game that they made, or they're making with like gacha elements, which is sad. But I think it'll be cool to have an official one, especially if Pokemon Showdown, I think that's what it's called. I really hope that doesn't get shut down. I know nobody said that it will, but yeah, you know how these game companies are. Let's go over to here. Oh, Pikachu. And okay, now you're starting to frustrate me. There we go. But yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for it. I'm always excited for new Pokemon. They've got me, chat. They got me on the schedule. I'm like, every year I expect my Pokemon. Even if it's just like increasingly more dire for it being a Pokemon fan. I'm like, I'm a Disney adult, okay? I'm basically an MCU fan at this point. Like, paint a target on my back because I'm like, I hate Disney, I hate Marvel. Hey, they got me with Pokemon. You got me. You got to pick one, either Minion or Dabob. Anyway, yeah. So I'm like, I get it. I understand. Pokemon has a lot of problems, but I do think it's still pretty fun. But yeah. I unfortunately still enjoy Pokemon. I do think if you're like, should I play Fire Red and Leaf Green? Chat, I don't know. I like Fire Red and Leaf Green, but I also think they're bad. I think Fire Red and Leaf Green are bad games. And I think the best part of them is the Sevi Islands, the additional content. But they played it too close, like too straight, in my opinion. Like one of the most frustrating things about the game is the restrictions, the Pokédex restrictions. You cannot have a Golbat during the main campaign. You cannot have a freaking, or not Golbat, Crobat. If your Golbat decides to evolve, nuh-uh, buddy. Nuh-uh. You can't have that. We don't have that in Kanto. Okay. So you have to unlock the national dex before you can use any other generation of Pokemon. There is a Pokemon box hack that allows you to bypass that, but you're not going to have that on your Switch version. So, yeah, it's always frustrated me. That aspect, you can boot up Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and just like throw a Durant in there. You can put your Gen 4, 5, and 6 Pokemon in it. You can boot up Heart Gold and Soul Silver and run through with an Empoleon. They'll let you do that. But Gen 3 was very restrictive. It was frustrating in my opinion. You don't get access to the daycare until the post game. Like there's just a lot of stuff where it's like, kind of annoying. It is interesting to think about because from an engine perspective, like it's definitely like, okay. Or from a graphical perspective, it's definitely, and like a sound perspective, it's like, okay, what if Gen 1 was Gen 3, right? We're just building off that, obviously. But from a gameplay perspective, well, no, okay, we Charmander having Metal Claw, so yeah, there is a lot of like gameplay stuff, but from a roster perspective, okay, let's say from a roster perspective, and from a story like perspective as well, like they don't do a whole lot. Like it's pretty much Gen 1. It's pretty faithful in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways that the like I like the other remakes because they're more imaginative, except for that stinky Gen 4 remake. But I consider Arceus Legends the remake there, so we don't need to get into that. But yeah, I'm definitely like a man. Leaf Green, Fire Red and Leaf Green are a little bit scuffed. They're a little bit scuffed. They're still really fun, in my opinion. Like, you can still have a pretty good time. I just have played with all the Gen 1 mons, like, so much that I'm like, okay, what are you going to choose on your team? Jolteon? Real original. Oh, you're going to use Flareon? I actually have used Flareon. Chat, if you do buy the games, put a Beedrill on your team. That's my request. It's my request, and use Twin Needle. And then teach that MF sword stance. I had a Beedrill on my team and I loved him. Hitmonlee is a really good Pokemon too. Porygon, use a Porygon. Now I'm just telling you how to play the game. Just Play with Pokemon that you don't normally use, and you'll probably have more fun than you normally do. That's my guide. Should you play it though? My answer to that question. I mean, it's a good Pokemon game. I mean, what can I say, Chad? You know where you are. Like going to the casino and saying, "Should I gamble?" They're gonna say yes. $20 is too much. You should emulate it instead, though, if you can, or find some way to pirate it. Don't pirate things. I'm not allowed to say that on here. You should find an alternative method of play. You should find a way around. You should take the back door, if you know what I mean. No, I just mean like, I wouldn't pay $20 for those games unless you're like, I want to play a Game Boy game, unless you value the convenience. But just know that the game is probably worth about $10, in my opinion. $10 for one, and $20 for both. But yeah, maybe wait for a sale. That'll never happen. But I don't know, maybe. We haven't gotten too many like paid console re-releases, like the Virtual Console back in the day, on Switch. So we'll see. But a lot of that stuff is locked in at the higher price. So, yeah. So anyway, that's my Pokemon advice, chat. Should you play Fire Red and Leaf Green? I don't know, maybe. Probably not for $20. But if you like Game Boy Advance Pokemon and you never played them, like, go for it. It's a Gen 1 experience, though. Like, just know that you are playing Generation 1 of Pokemon. The post-game does add a decent amount, though. You get the Sevi Islands. That's a fun little adventure. Probably adds 6-7 hours, maybe. Plus, there's a rematch against the Elite Four, and they do have Gen 2 and 3 Pokemon on their teams. That's really fun. And in the post-game, you can catch Gen 2 Pokemon, such as Sentret. I think Tyranitar? No, Larvitar is in Fire Red. I remember because I had to catch one for, I think it was my Emerald playthrough? No, it was for another game. You can catch, I want to say you can get Bagon. You might be able to catch a Bagon in Leaf Green. Don't quote me on that, though. Trying to think if there's any other, I think they give you like a Gen 3 starter. You can catch a Raikou, Suicune, or Entei based on who you pick at the start. And they have Gen 2 songs in there. The only time you hear Gen 2 music, you have I think it's like Violet City is on one of the Sevi Islands. There's also Route 42. So if you wanted to hear that, I mean, I don't know, go listen to the Leaf Green soundtrack. Yeah. It's a pretty good game in my opinion. It's not bad. You could spend your time worse. And you could have a lot of fun. You'd have a lot of fun with Fire Red and Leaf Green. They're good games. Not $20 is a little pricey, but if you're willing to slap it down, like I would say you could do worse in today's economy. You could pay $20 for Mario Strikers, a Supercharger, whatever the Switch one was. It was so bad. I hate that game. But I'd say go for it. If it's on sale for $10, definitely go for it. I'll probably buy it at that price. I've played through that game like 5 times. Okay, chat. We're gonna get to reading. I'm done talking about Pokemon. Are you ready? Okay. Let me set up real quick, and then we'll kick into it. Give me a sec. But yeah, should you play Pokemon? I would really argue like the only games that I'm like you should maybe think twice is like X and Y. Like I don't really like those games, but a lot of people do like them. I've been meaning to go back and do a replay with a Mega Evolution specific team just to see if that like changes my opinion, and also like just, you know, I feel like you gotta reevaluate your opinions sometimes, and I feel like I'm due to the critical reevaluation of Pokemon X and Y happens now. Not now, but, you know, whenever I play that game. Okay, so we were in one of the social media sections looking up info about these 5 freaks. Let's get started. I'll gather info on occult spots in Ueno. And grab any keywords related to netherworlds. Yeah, and we were thinking we were going to a portal to the netherworld, chat. Since occult and dark are doing an Ueno tour, does that mean there are a lot of occult spots in Ueno? Yeah, let's click our glasses. Looks like Ueno is one of the keywords. Yep, we will need that one. Okay. Spirit spot makes me think some kind of cemetery or prison. Didn't think there are that many around here, though. I've heard that the dog at Saigo-san's statue and Hachiko from Shibuya are a pair of guardian dogs, and that they guard the portals to an alternate demon world. Okay, let's click that. That dog was a guardian? Quite the sus urban myth. Okay, cool with the sus. Ueno's demon portal is in Edo Castle. I read in Satomu Kisaragi's book that there is a gate inside the castle. The High Priest Tenkai set up a barrier that keeps it closed. Okay, why do you believe that? Demon portals? A barrier? Jasmine, what's the High Priest of Tenkai? Like, high-ranking monk, I think? Okay. Also, Shinobazu Pond is a famous spirit spot, though I think Ueno has more places considered power spots, like Kannon-do Temple inside the park. Okay. I'd rather look into power spots instead of spirit spots. Should we hit one up on the way home? This park's tied to the netherworld. Okay. Let's grab this keyword. Netherworld. Makes sense. I think it's Inari Shrine? Only those called upon can enter. Netherworld? I wonder what that is. A place that's hard to return from? On your way to power spots, be wary of 4-way junctions. I heard the old lady at the crossroads can show up there. Okay, Chad, here we go. Wait, 4-way junctions? Crossroads? Aren't they, like, all over the place? And there are plenty of old ladies at them. Truth nuke? There are a lot of little old ladies in urban myths. There's Turbo Granny and the leg-selling grandma and many other haggard monstrosities. Today's entry into the Granny series is a particularly mysterious one, a particularly sinister one. The old lady at the crossroads appears as the sun begins to set. She calls out to the passing school children as they make their way home from school. What's your name, young man? If they answer, they will be dragged into a 4th dimension. The 4th dimension. Even I haven't been to the 4th dimension. Can't imagine anything scarier than an old woman who drags you right into it. And guess what? She has an even more aggressive relative who shows up at 4 p.m. and immediately drags you into the fourth dimension with 0 warning. At least the old lady has the decency to ask your name first. Say that if you ride a boat on Shinobazu Pond, as a couple you break up. That is more likely because 99% of high school couples break up. Truth nuke. Heard they built an underground military facility during the war that went unused, but is still around even today. What a dream. Oop. Okay, we got underground. Let me turn it down just a smidge. That looks good. The glasses reacted to underground as well. Looks like underground passages can be considered otherworldly. Look into that. And we'll click on this. A military facility? Think they're making tanks down there or something? I'd be curious as to how they got the tanks back above ground, if so. Let's see. Ueno, Netherworld. Who was it that said that Ueno is connected to the Netherworld? Satomu Kisaragi? Apparently, places with a lot of people passing through, like Ueno, tend to connect more easily to other dimensions or netherworlds. There are lots of old myths referring to roads, crossroads, intersections, and so on. Crossroads are also related to other dimensions? Turning at crossroads can get you all kinds of lost. It's easy to forget where you came from. That's not an alternate dimension, just a bad sense of direction. Before Satomu Kisaragi died, he was supposedly planning to lead a project on Ueno and the Netherworld. A shame that incident happened during it. Project on Ueno. So this is where Dr. Kisaragi was researching the Netherworld. Guess he was collecting info like what we're doing now. Maybe the dark Netherworld energy in Ueno was the real reason behind his suicide? Netherworld energy was the reason? Is that possible? Like a special attack from a manga or something? There are a lot of Netherworld-like places in Ueno, especially Shinobazu Pond. They say the pond itself is a portal. Pond is a portal from the Netherworld? To the Netherworld? So if we go in the water, we come out somewhere else? I've played that game. What are you talking about? I saw something online the other day about an elevator in a multi-tenant building in Ueno leading to the Netherworld. But I've been searching for ever since and can't seem to find that kind of website. Oh, that is totally a thing. Try to find a website you were browsing before, but it's totally gone. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I guess it is a thing, sure. That's the interdimensional elevator. Push the right buttons and it'll take you to the Netherworld. I think it was a random elevator in a random Ueno building. I think that incredible. Located in a place like that? If it was that easy, so many people would have gone into Netherworlds by now. There are versions with 10 plus floors and 3 floors if a woman suddenly gets in the elevator. That's it. I guess that woman wouldn't be human then. There are many versions of it? Has anyone actually made it with that though? Alright, chat. Let's search up Ueno. Alright, let's search up Netherworld, Underground. Okay. Underground often leads to Netherworlds, especially in Japan. Why especially in Japan? I wonder. Izanagi's visit to Yomi? I think Yomi is probably the first Netherworld from Japanese myths. Visit to Yomi? What's that? Some Izanagi guy went to visit his deceased wife in Yomi, but he saw that she had no makeup on and he decided to turn around and go home. Or something. Even in death, you're supposed to keep up appearances. Jeez. Well, I want to be free from makeup when I'm dead. Me too, John. Me too. Omusubi Kororin is also about the Netherworld. Those places are definitely underground. Omusubi. 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 That's the story of a man whose rice balls fall into a hole and he follows them in, right? And then he finds the Mouse Kingdom. Wait, is this like that theme park with something else underground? You're mixing things up. And in Alice in Wonderland, she ends up in a different dimension after jumping down a rabbit hole. Teacher, is Agartha in the Hollow Earth theory also considered a netherworld? Hollow Earth theory? Agartha? What do these even mean? No idea. These interdimensional terms can be way too complex. Basically, the underground equals the netherworld. Be really careful when you go underground. I guess we should watch out when underground. So people on working on water pipes are all netherworld explorers? Okay. Let's do Ueno underground. Okay. There's a secret World War II base under Ueno. A secret base? That means it's still in use now? I doubt it. Slenderman suits official. Order-made suits. There you go, chat. It's my new business. During the war, military facilities were moved underground to protect them from air raids. Is this not a lie or a rumor? To avoid air attacks, that does make sense if it's a real thing. Not just in Ueno, Tokyo has an underground passage called the Royal Underpass. It's used for VIP evacuation route and a nuclear shelter. Isn't this just common sense? Sorry, chat. I'm trying to look for like actual info here. Yamanote line reminds me. I heard a ghost appears at the exit. Stations really have a lot of rumors. Okay. Cluster reactant stations. Research time. Ghost at an exit? Which one? What happens if you use the exit when it's there? If it appears when you go through the gate into the station, maybe you'll never leave the station again. Tokyo has an underground passage called the Royal Underpass used for VIP. Okay. Royal Underpass somehow makes my mouth water. There's no food court down there. If you walk into Ueno Park, the ground sometimes shakes, even in the parts where there's no subway underneath. The ground shakes? That would mean something's down there. Isn't it just their imagination? So that sound wasn't the subway, but a motor sound from an underground military facility. Even though no one's down there, the machines are still running. A facility that no one is using that still has motors running? Beep. You get scared by the most random things. Doesn't it remind you of the Iron Barrier? Yeah, some urban myths are like that. That about the Yamanote line. It's shaped like a yin and yang to protect Tokyo. That's just a theory, okay. You can easily destroy the Yamanote line because it's above ground. That's why they moved it underground. The Ueno Underground is the vital point of the Iron Barrier. At least that's what I read in Satomi Kisaragi's book. Okay. Like a weak point? Okay. Vital point, what happens if it's destroyed? Tokyo will be destroyed. They have a point. If the barrier breaks, is Tokyo doomed? Is Japan done for? I'm guessing demons would invade? Okay. We'll look at Ueno. Okay. Look at Netherworld Station. If we're talking about an otherworldly station, Kisaragi Station comes to mind. Tsutomu Kisaragi loved that station. Okay. Kisaragi Station? As in Tsutomu Kisaragi? It's just coincidence. I've seen a picture of that online. It was found to be fake. So the Stark Station photo is a fake? You should probably assume that. These otherworldly stations are not somewhere you randomly just decide to vacation to. Okay. Otherworldly stations like Tsukinomiya, Yami, Sutaka, Hitsuka, Amagataki? Amagataki. How many are there? Not over 100, right? Do you think there really are that many of them? The possibilities are endless. Those are the stations found by people who went and managed to get back. If we include those who didn't come back, it's got to be well over 100. Okay. How do you get to one? Do you just ride the train? There's one you could get to by riding the train without stopping from Akihabara, but Satomi Kisaragi tried it a bunch and said he never managed to get to it. Okay. Kisaragi tried multiple times. Kisaragi is the worst. Oh, here we go. So you'd think. Spatio-temporal, dude. So this time it's not about how to get there, but how to get back out. But if you make it there, they say there's this spatio-temporal dude who can help you get back. Kisaragi Station is the worst one though, right? If you okay. Okay, here we go, chat. That's my final clue. Let's I want to read about spatio-temporal, dude. Gosh, that's so bright. Good news for people who've been dragged into the netherworld. If you're reading this, give me a shout. Great. If you got your head screwed on still, start looking for the spatio-temporal dude. The STD, chat. Start looking for the STD. God damn it. Apparently he helps people who are lost in the netherworld get home. He just looks like a normal middle-aged man, so it won't be easy to find. There might even be several spatio-temporal dudes, STDs, But that's still unconfirmed. Anyway, just make sure he knows that you're not supposed to be there. The STD should be able to tell just by looking at you, so don't give up hope. Keep praying that you meet the STD. Just be warned, sometimes the STD can't help at all. It's rare, but it's all up to him. I threw in a couple extra for you there. Are you happy? Hope everyone's happy. There really are a lot of stories about the Netherworld. I'm starting to feel like there are portals everywhere. Okay. There are? I think it's like any like liminal space is kind of the idea of like what causes people to think something is a netherworld. So maybe just like portals, you know? What if there was portals, chat? Oh, also they got a new passion fruit flavor of my sparkling water, chat, and honestly it's kind of mid. And Sam's Club they didn't have the ham and cheese or the chicken bacon ranch hot pockets, chat. So I got the pepperoni. It's been so long since I had them. I think they're my least favorite. Honestly, they're not bad though. I just wanted to say, I think they're not as good for you as the ham and cheese. I mean, not that hot pockets are a source of proper nutrition, right? But you know, I was like, oh man, why the hell? Why the heck did you only have this one pepperoni pizza hot pocket? Gosh dang it. I eat more hot pockets than any human being should. But yeah. I will say what I eat there. Anyway, chat. I wanted to bring it up because I thought it would be silly. I thought it'd be funny. I'm in a state of crisis. Not really. I'm fine. I'm fine. I will say one other thing that happened, chat. I was replacing my car's battery in the Walmart parking lot, and the terminal broke. I got stranded for like an hour. It was crazy. It made me feel like I was insane. I was like, holy F. Oh my effing goodness. I don't know what to do. What I went in and I bought a replacement terminal. I could not get it to work. So I was like, I couldn't get the previous one off. So I was like, F this. I went and bought some clamps and I just clamped it down on my battery terminal. I just clamped it down and then I drove home. It was like it was only a couple miles, but I was like, holy F. You've got to be kidding me. What the freaking freak just happened? I was so tired. I still need to like really properly fix it, but it's like it's good enough. It's good enough. I was so tired by the end of that. I was like, "Oh my effing goodness." I'm pissed. I was very mad. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Oh my goodness. What the beep 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 beep. So yeah. Anyway, that happened. I'm just anyway. It was one of those weekends where you're like, gosh dang it. Darn it. But yeah. Anyway. I'm still not exactly sure what the Netherworld is. All we're turning up are vague stories of the Netherworld supposedly being there. There wasn't anything convincing about what happens if you do find yourself there. There was talk about a place out of this world from earlier, but not much for witnesses. If you do get to the Netherworld, you'd just be stranded there, right? I hope that's not where we're heading now. I doubt we'd go on a Netherworld safari. The organizer wouldn't want that liability. But how about the rumors of people going missing from this tour? ... And this here is our next location. It's just a random building? This rundown old place is the next spot? Yes, I will check again. Please be aware that this is just the entrance. The key is this elevator's buttons. Beep, beep, bop. Aha! Beep, beep, bop. Beep, beep, boop, boop, beep, beep. A secret combination of buttons takes us there. Oh, it's a good little portrait. Okay. Could this be the famed dimensional elevator? Could it be? What the hell? Seem to be headed down, beyond the existing floors. B4? Man, they all look unhappy to be together. Okay. We're in the netherworld, chat. Could this be? Ooh. Behold, our next mystery spot. An abandoned facility deep underneath Ueno. This is just like Persona. I've been playing Persona 1, chat. Wow. Where exactly are we? Is this from back during the war? Huh? Wait. Oh no. The elevator. The button. It isn't responding. Ugh. No signal on my phone either. No. Why is this happening? We may be trapped underground. We're in a regular basement. There should be stairs leading up somewhere. Dimensional elevators don't always take you to the netherworld. The netherworld? If this is the netherworld, we need to go back the way we came. No. Nonsense. This couldn't possibly be. Hey, you're the guide. Stop panicking and do something. Isn't there a manual or something? For emergencies during the tour, I mean? I've received nothing of the sort. Yikes! Huh? Hey, we're missing one. That Kimura chick is gone. Huh? Maybe she headed back up. All alone. I am neither liable nor accountable, you hear? That's not the point. We have a strange note of some kind. Taking a look. Deep beneath Ueno, from the underworld, an ancient darkness looms, beyond the realm of the living. Deep beneath Ueno, from the underworld, an ancient darkness looms, beyond the realm of the living. To cross the river of morning, seek the serpent's gold. Another quiz? This is part of the tour too? Me. I can't say for sure. I know absolutely nothing, like I said before. Jasmine, what should we do? Just keep calm. But, Kimura-san is gone. We need to find her now. We don't know if this is the netherworld, or where she might have gone. The elevator isn't moving, which means we can't go back the way we came, so our options are limited. We can't go back, and if this is the netherworld, then... Hey, there's a puzzle here too. Could just be part of the tour. If we solve it, maybe we'll get out. Zammy, we need to talk. Yes. Okay. Jasmine, what are we gonna do? We're trapped in here. This could just be a part of the tour, you know? But the guy does look seriously panicked. The puzzle was to cross the river of morning, seek the serpent's gold, right? We could start by looking into that. Yes. So, what are we gonna do? Tell me you have something in mind. Calm down. Solving the puzzle might let us move forward, so let's focus on that first. First, how about asking that Occultitaku Fujiwara about the quiz? What do you think? Jasmine, any gut feelings? I really can't tell if this is an accident or a planned part of the tour. It's definitely getting harder to tell. Depends on whether Kimura-chan is safe or not. Kimura-san... Kimura-san was on the elevator for sure. Though I didn't see her stepping off it. So if we assume the worst, this could be a case of... someone going missing? Shh, keep it down. Let's not stress him out even more. Check around the elevator just to be sure. Those glasses might catch some traces. Understood. Okay. Observe an odd old elevator with a bag dropped on the floor in front of it. Could this be Kimura-san's bag? Probably. Come on, come on. Move. No good. It won't budge. Mashing the buttons doesn't work. I don't think it's gonna move. This writing. The walls are clearly very old. Army Tunnel number 6? The stains look like handprints. Creepy. Hey, I see something like dials on here. Looks like they can be turned. What are they for? 2 dials here. Looks like a dial lock of some kind. The dials have kanjis on them. That symbol for Elderwood and I don't know how to pronounce kanji, chat, so we'll just say that other symbol for tiger. We got Elderwood and tiger. Ah. No way. Phone's not working. This can't be real. Hey, take it easy there. It's part of the tour, right? This is all part of the tour, isn't it? No. I told you, I haven't heard a thing. Please, let this all be for show. Kimura-san has disappeared. Or maybe she's gone missing. Ah, we're finished. We're all done for. No, wait. Why did she disappear? Where? You don't just vanish into thin air. I looked around, but it really seems like she's just gone. Yes, ending, finale, epilogue. This is on me, right? Must be, of course. Please stay calm. Real. Hey, are we really trapped in here? I can't say for sure, but yes. It does look like it. What the hell? Should have never joined this stupid tour. It's not even interesting. Matsuda-san, do you think this is staged? Who cares, as long as we get out quick. Hell, I should have called it after the last spot. Why did you stick with us? Matsuda-san, you mentioned that you weren't interested in the occult and such. Why did you stick with us this far? None of your business. He's hiding something. Just kinda ended up here. Okay, buddy. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. An old and worn down metallic cupboard, covered in dust. I don't see anything inside. Let's look closer. Each of the drawers has a nameplate on it. Do you read this again? Looks like king, but did it mean cow? Like, that other one? Mr. Gas Mask, I'd like to talk for a bit. Yeah? What? I think this is a setup. Mr. Gas Mask, do you think this is all a setup? Huh? Well, of course. The lights are on for one, and that puzzle is proof this is all for show. I guess. Maybe so. That being said, this place is something. An abandoned underground army facility? Sick. I can see the views rolling in. Kimura-san has gone missing. Kimura-san has disappeared. Or maybe she's gone missing. Really? Or was she never on the elevator in the first place? That's not possible. I saw her on the elevator with my own eyes. That's so. Going missing during a mystery tour. That's true. I smell an article. Okay, buddy. That might mean we're first-hand witnesses. To tour participants disappearing? Sick. Okay, buddy. About the info on the Tenchu incident you received at the previous location. Yeah, I thought you might ask. Did you already look inside the envelope? No, not yet actually. By the way, something off about you. Keep snooping around. I've noticed ever since this tour started. Sometimes putting on those glasses. What's up with that? The other girl with you too? Observing us from a bit of a distance? Wearing a bored expression? But what's really going on with her? You don't need to know. Yeah. Just put your curiosity away, sir. No thank you. No thank you to your questions. It's really not what you might think. That Matsuda guy, too. Keeps glaring at me since I found the Tenchu incident info. Must be really concerned about what's in it. And that otaku dude, you notice he sometimes has this weird look in his eyes? Is anyone on this tour even close to normal? Probably not. Probably not. He is very perspective, though. What's this? It's a book. The whole wall is made of thick steel. There's a lot of red rust here. Look at it. Look at it. There are marks on the floor. As if something was dragged away from the wall. Or is it dragged towards the wall? If so, the marks are cut off at the wall, which would be kind of strange. Maybe there's like a secret button to push? And it like opens upward? I feel like that makes sense. Let's talk to Fujiwara. What a marvelous spot this is for occult fans and military fans. I'm glad you're having fun, but we might get trapped here, you know? Solving the riddle would lead us to the exit, I think. Okay, well, what do you think the meaning is, brother? The message you read earlier. Do you think it's part of the tour itinerary? Deep beneath Ueno, from the underworld, an ancient darkness looms, beyond the realm of the living. To cross the river of morning, seek the serpent's gold. About these verses? Do you know what it's supposed to mean? Well, my own theory would be as follows. Firstly, deep beneath Ueno, from the underworld, an ancient darkness looms, beyond the realm of the living. This probably means you are underground, which is the underworld, which is not the realm of the living. Okay. So probably in the mythical world of the dead, yes. The world of the dead? Okay, what is the River of Morning? Then do you know what the River of Morning and Serpent's Gold might mean too? Let me think. The message advised us to cross the River of Morning, seek the Serpent's Gold. The River of Morning mentioned here corresponds to the Sanzu River in Buddhism, or the Styx in Greek mythology. Therefore, it is suggesting we pay a gold coin to cross the river. Okay. I see, which means we have to find that gold coin first. Cool, cool. Supposing we do find the gold coin, how are we supposed to pay it? This is a puzzle. There should be a mechanism somewhere that allows us to. Would you look around for a serpent's coin, as well as the River of Morning? Understood. Noticed anything else? Is there anything else you've noticed? About this space we're in. See various instances of the 10 heavenly stems and 12 early branches. So I would imagine those are related to the puzzle. Stems and branches? This guy's actually pretty capable. Kinda like him. A dozen earthly branches denote a 12-year cycle. Mouse, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, sheep, monkey, rooster, dog, and boar. Combined with the 10 heavenly stems, these form a 60-year calendar. 10 heavenly stems are the elder and younger versions of the 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. The year 2020, for example, was the year of the mouse. Oh my gosh, it was the year of the mouse, chat. But also, elder metal. Huh? In Brevi. In short, this space has numerous words combining 2 kanji, yes. Wrote up some notes on the 10 heavenly stems and 12 earthly branches. May they help you solve the puzzle. Oh wow, thank you. Didn't really get what he was saying, but oh well. Seems that the instances are lacking certain words from the 60-year cycle. You might want to determine which ones. Okay, he was talking about that thing. Okay. What do we need to investigate? This looks like a river. Is this Red Rust supposed to be the River of Morning? Whoops, almost missed it in all the rest. There's some kind of dial here too. Okay, let's look at it. These dials also show combinations of two kanjis. Checking Fujiwara-san's notes, seems like these dials are missing the for elder metal and the symbol for sheep. The kanji. They're not symbols, they're kanji, okay. How are these supposed to help us solve the puzzle? That's a good question. Good question. Do you guys have anything new to say? Could I ask you something? Okay. Mr. Gas Mask, this is a long shot, but would you happen to have a gold serpent coin? Huh? Serpent coin? Who'd have something like that? Thought so. We'll look at it again. Just like Fujiwara-san mentioned, these kanji also form a two kanji word. Checking Fujiwara-san's notes. Here, it looks like the kanji for younger water and the kanji for the rooster are missing. Younger water and a rooster. This may be part of the puzzle, so I should remember that. Alright, let's search for the serpent's gold. I thought this would be the most likely place to find serpent coins. But, nowhere in sight. Nope, none lying around. Maybe somewhere else? Okay, this guy's gonna say, hey, ask the guide if anything's changed, will ya? He's gonna say, I don't care. Matsuda-san, this is random, but would you happen to have a serpent coin? Huh? Serpent coin? What made you think I would? Of course. Sorry for bothering you. Okay. What's happening? No way out, and I keep calling out, but no one's picking up. Why? Okay. Mr. Guide? Doomed. What should I do? We're doomed. Excuse me? Oh, hello. Do you happen to have any serpent coins? Serpent coins? I guess not. Of course. A Japanese koban counts as a coin. Actually, yes. Really? Oh, there we go, chat. There we go. Here it is. A koban coin from Suijin Shrine near Shinobazu Pond in Ueno. Koban from the Suijin Shrine? Can I borrow it for a bit? Yeah, sure. Koban coin. Fujiwara-san might know something. Let's look at this again. These dials also show two kanjis. Checking the notes. Here, the two missing ones seem to be for elder water and snake. Okay. Are these two used to solve the puzzle too? Tried looking, but no luck so far. Serpent coin probably isn't around here. Okay. I think we got the serpent coin, okay? I think we got it. I don't know why that guy had it though. Okay. Fujiwara-san, mind if we talk for a bit? Time approaches. Okay. This wall of the river morning. About the steel wall in the back. It's covered in red rust and looks like a river. I'm pretty sure that it's the River of Morning. That is indeed a possibility. These red patterns look like a design, so it's unlikely to be just a regular wall. Please check if anything else stands out. Okay, I'll take a look. And we'll click on this one. Couldn't find a gold coin itself. But our guide had a koban from the Suijin Shrine at Shinobazu Pond. Oh? Lo and behold, a Mizani Mamori charm from the Suijin Shrine. Water and rivers have indeed often been depicted as serpents and worshipped, since the days of old, yes. Koban coins are gold coins, of course, so this would qualify as serpent's gold. Eureka, eureka! I thought that serpent's gold would be hidden somewhere in this room. Our guide had this. Is it just part of the puzzle? Aha! This Koban seems to be one of the ultra hyper rare ones. Only 10 of which were minted in 2013. An ultra hyper rare design commemorating 2013, which was a younger water snake year. It is said to mega buff your monetary luck. Mega buff? Oh, wow. In fact, I own one of these Kobans myself. Behold, the utter brilliance of the younger water snake kanji 2013 in heavenly stems and earthy branches. As the cycle is 60 years, the younger water snake coins would next be sold in 2073. I was blessed with this Koban in my one and only chance during this lifetime. So, that means, in Brevi, 2 hyper ultra rare Kobans just happened to coincide here. Okay. That was, that's me. He knows a lot about this thing. They were, you know, depicting it accurately, I feel. I was looking at, hyper rare Pikachu's chat. Pikachu plushes on eBay. I'm trying to get one, but they're like, it's literally like at least a couple $100s. They're so cute. Like, I get it. Somebody was even selling like a necklace for one. They were like, I'm not selling this. The Pikachu is just the model. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like crazy. The early Pikachu community, or like the early, I guess that's what you call it, early Pikachu plush community. Like, holy crap. This thing is adorable. I want one so bad. But like $500 for a little stuffed animal. Like, holy F. It is that cute, though. It is that cute. I could get one for like 100. It sounds crazy to say that. Can I get a little Pikachu toy for $100? Like, that would be a nice save. I would save a lot of money. Yeah. I do have one in the style, but it's like, it's got a zipper on the bottom. Anyway. It's also very small. It's just like, it's the cutest little Pikachu plushie you ever did see, chat. The cutest one ever. The one I have, excuse me. What I have on stream is a talking Pikachu toy that I found in a Goodwill, actually. I got him for like $1, but his tail is like all sewed up. So he's a little funky, but I do love him. He's very cute. That's why he's my stream avatar. Was that a coincidence? Huh? Is that even possible? Oh, wait. If I remember correctly, Mr. Yamada Gasmask owns one too. I recall him bragging about owning one. Narrowly missing a flame war. Aha! Which means that 3 of those 10 Kobans are gathered here. A divine happenstance. Is that even possible? I'll go ask Mr. Gasmask if he has it too. Okay. Can I ask you something? Mr. Gasmask, would you happen to have a Koban from the Suijin Shrine? Huh? I heard from Fujiwara-san that you had one, and that you bragged online and almost got flamed. Oh yeah, that snake god Koban. I do, in fact. I do. Mind if I take a look? Yeah, here it is. It's the same one. What do you mean? Our guide, Fujiwara-san? Mr. Gasmask? There were only 10 rare Kobans issued, and 3 of them are gathered here. Huh? Which means maybe Matsuda-san has one too. I'll go check with Matsuda-san. Okay. I know he's gonna have one. I mean, just obviously. Hey, ask the guide if anything's changed. Matsuda-san, do you have a Koban from the Suijin Shrine? Huh? ... It seems the Koban is the key to escaping this place. Ah, the sewage in Koban? Yeah. I have one here, see? Please let me see it. All worn out, so you can't really tell what it says. It's the same. The same Koban. Huh? What's up? What up? So, we'll be getting out of here, yeah? Hold on a minute. Let me think this over. Okay, so everyone has the thing. Guess we can solve the puzzle. I'm trying to think. But this puzzle is way too difficult. Let's look at the puzzle itself once more. The puzzle went like, deep beneath Ueno from the underworld an ancient darkness looms. Beyond the realm of the living. To cross the river of mourning, seek the serpent's gold. That should be it. Miss Azumi, you have what it takes to figure this out. I believe you found both the river and the coins? Yes, that's true. Looks like the combinations of two kanjis have something to do with them. But we don't know what to do with the serpent coins. Serpent coins, or the kobans that everyone had. There must be some way to represent them. When you examine the dials and nameplates, there was something different about each set. And Fujiwara-san mentioned his admiration for the Mizeni Memoria charm issued in 2013. The river and the kobans, what is it that we're supposed to do in the place that matches the two? Set the younger water snake on the door to set the dial lock on the steel wall in the back to younger water snake. Okay, there we go. Set the dial lock on the steel wall in the back to younger water snake. Yes, that must be it. There was something missing from the kanjis on each dial. Only the dials in the steel wall on the steel wall in the back can be set to younger water snake. The year the kobans came out. Let's try setting the dials on the steel wall in the back. Cool. I never did use my glasses in here. Trace Kimura-san. I was trying to find Trace Kimura-san, but I'm not finding anything. Why not? It's as if she disappeared while on the elevator. Is she really missing then? Maybe? Who is this guy? This shadow is placing something on the drawers. Maybe the nameplates on the drawers were put there recently? Okay. Are they the ferryman? This ghost-like shadow I see here and there. Could they be the ferryman who takes us across the river? If so, should we hand them the serpent's coin? No, but I can't physically hand them anything. So what should we do then? What is this shadow doing? It seems its attention is on the wall. Is it a trace of someone setting up something on the wall? Okay. Useless. Try opening. Let's set the dials to younger and a water snake. Here we go. Yes, it opened. All right, we can open this door now. Nice. Hey, everyone, we solved the puzzle. Wow, we did it. Finally, we're out of here. Almost thought we were really trapped down here. Zammy, let's give this steel door a push. You all help out too. Oh, right. Let's go. Nice. We're making it through, chat. Honestly, that was kind of fun. That was kind of fun to... I was like, I was like putting the pieces together, but... kind of felt like a Zelda puzzle, honestly. But just like done in my head. These little breadcrumbs they were leaving me, I was like, okay, I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Phew, took a while, even with everyone pushing. Dark underground tunnel? Guess we'll be following it? Elevator's out of business. Only way forward, yeah? Hurry up, guide. Eeh, no. How could I possibly? We don't have much choice. Let's go. Zammy, grab this. Good thing I brought flashlights. Night tour and all. What? You're saying I'm leading this? To be honest, everyone here is up to something. I'll keep watch from the back. Remember what happened to Kimura? Kimura? If anyone does anything shady, I'll take him down. Okay. Okay. Oh, let's go. This is so cool. This art is so good. I was excited. I was excited to see what it would look like. How long have we been walking? I think it's been an hour already. No, hasn't even been 10 minutes. Also, do you smell something funny? Yeah, it's gas, but it's not that strong, so it won't hurt us. Considering where we are, let's hope it's not some weird gas leak. Impressive. I thought you were just some regular chick. Are you in some special line of work? Honestly, this guy kind of pisses me off. Nah, I'm just trying out the moves from action films. Oh, really? So where the hell are we? I'm not sure. Oh, Fujiwara-san. Maybe your occult insight can tell us where we might be right now? ... What's with him? Guy hasn't said a word since we got to these tunnels. Hold on, look at this. Animation is freaking great. Ooh, that was nice. Railroad tracks? Tracks? Really? Yes. There's a way out. We're getting out. If we follow them, we might reach a subway station somewhere. I don't know if Fujiwara agrees with that. Never thought we'd stumble upon subway tracks. Closest subway line in the area would be the Keisei line. But the tracks we're following are single track. This might be one of the side tracks? Is it just me, or are we being watched? It's felt like that for a while now. Also, I think I hear footsteps from behind us, and what sounds like singing? The gas is starting to get stronger too. Oh no! My flashlight's flickering. It's about to go out. Chat. Hold on. I know there's something lurking ahead. Right? Right? Ah! Hey, your yelling is stressing me out. Please stop. Huh? Wait, look over there. It's a station. Aw. My flashlight is out. Glad we made it here with the last of the battery. So which station is this, huh? Is it even a station in use, or an abandoned one? Oh, you're right. Doesn't look like a regular station. No. No way. This couldn't be... Kisaragi Station? Huh? What the? Hey! They're gone! Yikes! Jasmine isn't with us. And Fujiwara-san too. Huh? I'll go back for them. The flashlight's dead, remember? Oh, right. Think. Matsuda-san, do you have a lighter? Yeah, sure, but... Don't. A single spark in this place? The gas will catch fire and we'll all die in a huge explosion. Flammable gas. And we just have to look for a way up. Oh, jeez. We lost Jasmine. Path leading out is closed off with metal shutters. So now we're stuck in this station? And here's another message mentioning a puzzle. Hear this from a denizen of the underworld, an otherworldly path leads back to the living. What is this saying? You have 3 people missing and you're still messing around? What the heck is your point? Yeah, but we don't have much choice. Even if we could find our way back in the dark, that elevator still doesn't work. Now the gas is getting stronger. I forgot about that. I forgot about that, okay? You got me. Ugh. Never thought I'd actually get to use this. Mr. Gas Mask is back to gas masking. So solving the puzzle is our only way out? Well then, here goes. Oh boy. Oh boy, we're stuck. This is somewhat interesting. I am curious, like, what is gonna happen. I'm like, people keep dropping off like flies. I think there's some sort of trick going on here. Just based off our previous 2 cases where, you know, we're kind of playing urban legend detective agency, you know, that you could put that as an alternate title. There are stairs on the other side of these metal shutters. Might be able to reach the surface through there. Try to raise them. Should check if the shutters can be raised, just in case. Impossible. It's not moving even a bit. Okay. Hear this. From a denizen of the underworld, an otherworldly path leads back to the living. Not sure what this means. Fujiwara-san is no longer with us. Will any of us be able to make sense of it? Gonna be Matsuda-san. Metal door. Maybe a storage room for the station staff? There's a huge padlock on it. Looks impossible to open. Oh, here we go. The lock has a 4-digit dial on it. Also, this symbol. It's the same one for Suijin-sama. The water god that we saw earlier in the park. I wonder if anyone might know the correct 4-digit number. Okay. Read this. Part of the sign with the station name on it was taken down. I wonder what station it was. Any hidden mechanisms in the panel? Nope, just a regular sign. Okay. The bench. Station bench. How old is it? The paint is all dry and cracked. Yikes. Maybe there's a secret exit underneath? Nope, of course not. That was a pretty... okay. There's a ventilation duct near the ceiling. Could it lead to the surface? Way too high to reach. It doesn't look like the type that opens, and it doesn't look wide enough to crawl through. No way out from here. Look at these stairs. Stairs leading from the platform down to the tracks. But it's totally dark down there. If the flashlight hadn't died, we could have gone a bit further. Okay. Talk to all the people. We won't make it out of here alive, will we? Don't say that. We might still find a way out. I really need to take a break. I wonder where Jasmine, Fujiwara-san, and Kimura-san went. Why, oh why is this even happening? I need to quit this job. On the padlock. About the dial on the door. Oh, this weird mark that was drawn on Matsuda-san's tour materials? It's the same as the one we saw at Shinobazu Pond, right? Are there any 4-digit numbers that might be related? Nothing in the reference materials I received. Oh, by the way, the 4-digit number back at the pond was You mean 0921? Right, the date of the Ueno Tenchu incident? Yes, September 21st. September 21st. Also the day Kengo Nomura passed away. Oh, that's right, the day he left this world. Station's creepy. Give me the chills. Solve this puzzle and get out of here. Hell, how did things end up like this? What do you think about this situation? Thoughts? I have a big meeting to be at tomorrow, so we better make it out of here, or else. But wow, this station makes me wonder if this is actual reality. So to leave this unreal place, we need to solve that puzzle? I see. Where are we? Wonder what this place is. Looks like an old station platform. If you told me this is for the Netherworld, I'd probably believe you. Is this the Netherworld? Okay. Mr. Gasmask, have you figured out what the puzzle means? Hear this. From a denizen of the underworld, an otherworldly path leads back to the living. So some say the underworld is a never-changing sanctuary of sorts, and the living means the world we know. A never-changing sanctuary. I guess this place might fit that description. It's talking about a way to return to reality from here. It's talking about the way to the land of the dead. The land of the dead. The way to return to reality from here is the path of the dead, meaning maybe it was already shown on our way here? Something like that, I think. I'll give this puzzle a little more thought. Could you go check around the station? Here goes nothing. Oh, here we go, chat. They're giving us a little interface. There we go. Okay, that was pretty easy. Oh, it opened? This number is the date of the Ueno Tenchu incident, and Kengo Nomura's passing. Why would the padlock open with that number? Is someone trying to tell us something? Probably. Let's go in. Let's check the station staff room. Creepy in here. An old work desk. I wonder when it was last used. Anything in the drawers? Please? Nothing here. Okay. Another snake. A row of old lockers. It's faint, but there's graffiti painted on here too. Alright. Okay. He's touching the lockers. Our Spectre. I've seen this shadow before. God of Death is shadow from before the River of Morning. Could there be something in the lockers? I don't know. You gonna... Okay, now you'll check. Most of the lockers are just closed. But there's one locker with a dial lock. 4 digits again. Let's try 0921 again. Nope. Not that easy. What stands out is the snake drawing on the locker door. Speaking of snakes on this tour, reminds me of Suijin Shrine coins. 4-digit number related to the Suijin Shrine coins. I think someone mentioned something. Who might remember? I remember. It's 2013. I remember. Let's get back to the platform. They should let me at least try. That's a little frustrating. To be honest. Mr. Gasmask, I'd like to talk for a bit. Number related to Koban. About the Koban coin. Get ready for it. See, by the way, if you're looking into the coins again, is there another puzzle? That's right. It's strange that we'd be asked for similar answers, isn't it? I wonder if the puzzle itself is hinting at something to make us realize. Or am I overthinking this? Can I bother you for a bit? Matsuda-san, you had a Koban coin, right? Yeah, you know I do. Do you happen to know a 4-digit number related to the coin? Yeah, there was something, yeah, younger water snake anniversary one. Once every 60 years. Back in 2013 or so. 2013. Sounds like it might work. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. 2013. I know. I was paying attention. Open. Please open. 2013. There we go. Here we go. It opened. Ah, what is this? The sinner with the marked arm shall never return to the living? May you repent here till you rot. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's no good. What do you mean it ends here? We don't have any more hints. No puzzles to solve. Mark on the arm? Seriously? Mr. Gasmask? It's nothing. Things look kind of bleak, huh? How do we get out? Maybe there was never a way out for us in the first place? Excuse me, or does it smell weird? Yeah, definitely smells. The gas keeps getting stronger. Oh no. It keeps getting worse. We'll be in trouble, explosion or not. Oh no. Hey! Is someone there? Who is it? Ooh, wow. Glad we finally made it. Jasmine? And Fujiwara-san? This guy was acting shady back in the tunnel, so I kept an eye on him. Then he started sneaking back the way we came. So I chased him down and grabbed him. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Nonsense. I must do what I need to do. None of you understand the utopia we were promised. Dr. Kisaragi was innocent. They're deep in anguish. Great reset! It's been like this for a while now. How's things on your end? Found a way out? About that. Out of opinions. Out of options. Sorry, chat. Oh, jeez. What can we do? Are we stuck underground forever? Isn't there a way out somewhere? Oh, here you go, chat. Say here you go, chat. Everybody was waiting for the phone call, right? Alright, let's click it. My phone? This is where I saw this. This is where I saw the strange handle-like shadows. I have a signal here? I guess so. Seems you are safe and sound. I was worried there. Director-san! Your voice has a strong echo. What have you wandered into? No wonder all my calls went unanswered. We're still trapped here, in a place like a netherworld station. And the gas keeps coming. We're running out of time. Please keep calm. If we shed some light on this case, you should be able to make it. You will need to gain permission from the denizen of your underworld. Permission to head back to the living world. Okay. Here we go, chat. Let's go. Huh? You're actually getting a signal? I have a super phone. That's right. Just around here, it seems. Hurry up and do something. That gas keeps coming. How about you call for help, like right now? Oh, I'm about to faint. Unhand me, you brutes. I'll make sure this guy behaves. Go for it, Sammy. Then let us begin, Miss Azumi, without attracting too much attention to my presence. Good idea. This isn't really the time for the usual dissolution. In a rather unexpected and fun turn of events, your tour has found its way deep into the bowels of the earth. I really wouldn't call it fun. We're on the brink of death here. I see. The Netherworld's miasma seems to be taking its toll. To return to reality, we must purge you of this deathly corruption. The eye reveals all. Eye-opener. This part, I do enjoy this. This has been fun every single time. I love solving a mystery. Now, let the dissolution begin. Yes. The Ueno Occult and Dark Tour has led you to the Netherworld. The Shinobazu Pond, the site of an unsolved murder, and an abandoned facility and tunnel. You have ended up in what seems to be the Netherworld. What are your thoughts on your experience so far? I really miss the sky right now. Asking you this less for customer feedback and rather to assess common traits among those who reach the Netherworld. So, Miss Azumi, how would you describe the participants on this tour? Everyone had a reason to be part of the tour. Lucky folks who won the draw. No. Everyone had a reason. Maybe. Involved in spiritual activities. No. A reality show-ish surprise. No, I'm gonna push this one. This is gonna be a vague answer, but everyone had a reason to go on or some connection with the tour. They had various reasons. Strong interest in the occult, to write an article on the tour, acquaintance of the Shinobazu Pond ghost. You'd also say that those who reach the Netherworld have an uncanny reason to attract each other. That is the basis we should start from. The Netherworld that supposedly exists on the flip side of this Ueno area. Sorry, chat. The Netherworld that supposedly exists on the flip side of this Ueno area. Don't you feel there is some kind of story behind this place? Something distinctively different from common tropes, such as the presence of fae or anomalous abominations. As if the underworld were that much nearer? So, Miss Azumi, let me ask you about the activities that were prepared for this tour. All of the activities had one element in common. Do you know what it was? Something about brothers? No. Finding that quiz show prodigy? Could be, I mean, honestly. Something related to the missing participants. Something to do with an unsolved case. I think it's this one. Something to do with an unsolved case. It's just a guess, but I think they're looking for the Ueno Tenchu incident's murderer. The puzzles presented as activities on this tour were all related to the Ueno Tenchu incident. What might this suggest? That this particular netherworld may be related to Kengo Nomura. In your earlier answer to my first question, you mentioned the tour participants all had good reasons to be here. My next question is about those participants themselves. So, Miss Azumi, there's one thing that all the other participants had in common. What was it? Oh, all the other participants. Okay. All colleagues, all fans. It's not this one. I don't know if it's this one. I don't think it's this one. I feel like it's this one. They were all colleagues of the murder victim, Kengo Nomura. Only Matsuda-san was confirmed to be a colleague. Okay, yeah. Each had a Suijin shrine? I don't know how or why. All the participants had a koan from the Suijin shrine. Yeah, okay. Almost all the tour participants owned a rare coin, of which only 10 are known to exist. It was as if the organizer, keeper of the Netherworld, had gathered owners of that particular coin. All in all, the tour organizer seems to be looking for someone specific. Perhaps they were gathering participants and observing them from the Netherworld. On to the final step, Miss Azumi. My next question is about the tour guide's handouts being one envelope short. Is that even a factor right now? Any thoughts on the tour handouts being one envelope short? Our guide mentioned he had just passed out what he'd received from the organizer. So it's strange that there would be such an oversight, which may mean that the handouts themselves were present as intended. But there was someone in the group who wasn't invited to the tour. Huh? Someone who wasn't invited? So, Miss Azumi, someone on this tour here is uninvited. Do you know who they are? It's us, right? Could it possibly be us two? Bingo! Always wanted to say that, by the way. Okay. That's pretty funny. Your invitation DMs were forged by yours truly. What can't you do? Even an anonymous organizer needs a social network account for their online activities. We happen to have a handy tool that enables us to borrow such accounts. Do you mean you hacked their account? Miss Azumi, that is not important right now. It doesn't matter, okay? Hey, whether or not I legally obtained the DMs, okay? It don't matter. That's not what we're talking about. Stick to the conversation. You totally avoided the question. Anyway, so you use that handy tool to create a fake invitation message. With an uninvited duo showing up, it's only natural that you'd be missing one set of handouts. You two were the intruders in this tour. The key turns. Okay. I have not put it all together, Chan. I'll say that much. Now, the final question to illuminate everything. Miss Azumi, you mentioned earlier that someone is looking for Nomura-san's murder, seeking to avenge him. Well, that was just a hunch of sorts. That is the key factor in determining this tour's organizer. This tour invited individuals related to the Ueno Tenchu incident. Yet, unlike you and Jasmine, there was a certain tour invitee who did not share common characteristics with the other participants. Wait, you mean someone who had a characteristic that the tour organizer would never have chosen? Who was this person? The unknown organizer invited someone who ruled them out in the first place. Who were they? Matsuda-san. Matsuda-san, I think. He's kind of scary after all. Oh, wait. Kimura-san, there we go. Could it be Kimura-san? You and Jasmine are outsiders to the tour. Of the official participants, she is the only woman. True? Oh, no. You may recall greeting her when you first reached the tour's meeting point. I think I asked her what we were... I think I asked her if that we were... I think I asked her if that we were... I think I asked her if we were at the tour's meeting point. Yeah, there's a that. There's an extra that in there. Okay. Do you remember who answered and how? It was Kimura-san. She said no, she doesn't think so. But that was because the only person capable of identifying intruders to the tour is the tour organizer themselves. Indeed, it was her. It was Kimura-san, the organizer of the tour and resident of the underworld, the netherworld. Kimura-san, or rather, Miss Tomoko Nomura. The mystery is now solved. Nomura-san's wife? Let's go. Tomoko Nomura? I didn't expect anyone to figure it out. You. I wouldn't take another step if I were you. Okay. That's a fun twist. That's a fun twist. I've set this place to fill up with gas. Just one little spark and... No! You've made a real mess of my plans. As this tour's organizer, I find that unforgivable. But it's been taken care of now. Kimura-san, you're all right. Who cares about that? We're all about to die here. And you're Nomura's sister? What's your problem with us? Why even run this stupid tour? To hunt down the real murderer of my brother Kengo, of course. Her brother, okay. Not a wife, but a brother. A sister, even. The murderer didn't even touch my brother's wallet. But there was only one thing they did take. Suijin Shrine Koban I gave him. Tell me, who among you took it? Show of hands, please. Matsuda-san here took forever to accept my invitation messages. I told the police countless times that Matsuda had a motive to murder my brother and should be a strong suspect. That's because I have an alibi. No way I could have killed Nomura. But you did have a motive. My brother often told me about the hazing from a jealous colleague. My brother was rushed to the hospital. Just before dying, he told me the murderer has a mark on his right forearm. Mr. Matsuda, could you roll up your sleeve and show us? Why the hell would I do that? Never mind then. Everyone, this is the end. Thanks for coming. Whoa, wait. Here. You happy? No marks. Kimura-san, Nomura-san. Looks like Matsuda-san isn't the culprit. What? No way. That can't be. I didn't take this coin. I went to buy it myself. I have an alibi for when Nomura was attacked. I do have tattoos on my upper arm. Looks too scary for a museum employee, so I try not to show it. It must be you, gas mask Yamada. Nomura-san, please stop. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Sorry. Do you have any idea what I've been through these past 7 years? The world goes crazy over the Tenchu incident, but nobody cares about the victim's family. Suddenly, there's suspicions around Satomu Kisaragi, and everybody labels him a murderer. And once Kisaragi kills himself, they blame the press for overdoing it. And when they've had enough, they get bored and leave? Nomura-san. Gas mask. Roll up your sleeve. Roll it up right now. Roll it up right fucking now. Sorry. As you wish. No, Mark. How come? Nomura-san, please. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Let it go. You had the wrong idea, so let's all just head back up. There's still one more person to check. Come with me. Who? Me? Zammy? No one else move. If you try anything... We won't do anything. Please don't turn that on. Damn. No one will bother us now. I know you understand me. Sorry for shouting at you back there. Now I don't have to. Nomura-san, are you really set on getting revenge? Can't forget. He was my brother. Kengo was my brother. Yes, I'll be doing more of these events. Azumi-chan, it's you, isn't it? I would really like your help, because you understand me. I wanted to talk to you about that. Why me? Let's head back up. Just the two of us. Oh yes, take this. The key to those shutters there. You can keep it, see? You can trust me. But why? Because it's you, Azumi-chan. We'll have everyone else die and move on together. Azumi-chan? What are you, I'm not gonna, what? Nomura-san. Thought you were smarter than this, but clearly I was wrong. Why? How could you say such a thing? So, this man with the mark on his arm, who stole the coin from your brother. What if he had sold the coin right away? What if there were multiple murderers involved? Despite the years you spent, the results are underwhelming. Director, you don't have to put it like that. Tomoka-san, please listen to me. Avenging your brother won't make him happy. Azumi-chan, why are you saying this? This was the only way for me. I was sure I could make it work. The next tour will be the one. Next time? One day. Roaming the netherworld, fueled by those words. How quaint. You are unfit to see this vengeance through. Don't say that. What am I supposed to do from here on for my brother? Please tell me. How can I make this work? I'll do better next time. Please stop, Nomura-san. You're only making your brother sad. Why? Azumi? I must find out. Killed my brother. For Kengo. And here I am, back on terra firma. Talk about a refreshing breath of air. Like hell it is. You might have caught me, but we are many. The prophecy will be fulfilled. I'll make sure to hand these two over to the cops. We got 2 for the price of 1. Zammy? The hell's Gas Mask doing over there? Mysterious organizer of the Occult and Dark Tour. We were ultimately unable to determine who it was. The organizer seems to have gone missing at an abandoned underground station in Ueno. Did they step too close to the netherworld? Were they from there in the first place? And that's it for the Urban Myth Dissolution Center channel today. Stay tuned. Man, this case was way too exhausting. When she took you away, I thought it was over. It was so sudden. I was lost as well. A great job on talking her out of it. Might be a secret skill of yours. I was just lucky. By the way, what did the police say? Nomura-san turned out to be an employee of the company in charge of that underground facility. She'll be facing repercussions for using the facility and tunnel on her own. So that's why she had access to the station and underground area. Also, the gas that was building up underground? She had set up something in the ventilation ducts. I mean, did she really solo all of it? Seems impossible for just one person. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know. Here we go, chat. Here we go. How was your netherworld trip? Director? So, was Dr. Kisaragi the murderer, or not? You must be pondering Nomura-san's words. The information that traverses the internet can give rise to both evil and good. Evil in the form of a culprit, that is what the Times called for 7 years ago. Called for? Evil? So the Illuminati cards aren't prophecies? But announcements of intent. We can conclude that these are acts of sabotage by antisocial elements. What about the Samizima admin? No trace so far. Not so easily baited. I'll continue gathering intel at the center. I'll leave that to you. Okay, who is she talking to? Kutu. C-U-T-U. Commissioner? Commissioner. Dear Samezima members, the Great Reset is nigh. The evil that dominates the present-day world will no doubt try to foil our plans. We must not falter. Gas mask, no! The general public is oblivious to the deceit. The world is ready for the Great Reset. Huh? And you will be the ones to make it happen. This is on some QAnon stuff, dude. Well, I mean, it's a little different. Anyway. Huh. That was interesting. I'm processing all of that. The, like, post-chapter cutscene there. Huh. I don't know. I don't hate this game. I really don't. I think this is, like, the more I play, the more I'm like, okay, we're unraveling the great big plot. I'm curious to know, like, where this goes. Like, some sort of cult going on. I think as, like, it's sort of, like, unfurling, it goes from, like, there's a scary thing to, like, there is a force working towards a goal. Okay. As that, like, flips over, it's like, I can kind of see this sort of, like, it's like, yeah, that is kind of how the internet works. Like, it's not as big as, like, a Great Reset, but, like, I would be lying if I didn't think that, if I said I didn't think, like, Donald Trump's presidency is, like, partially a result of, like, posting. It's like these internet groups and QAnon, like, all this stuff. Same thing with, like, flat earth theory, almost. It's just like, you just get internet brainworms, and they kill you. They, like, make you stop thinking, and I'm just like, not even stop thinking, but just, like, the well gets poisoned. And I'm like, I guess, you know, you just have to be vigilant. You have to be willing to accept that you could get got. Like, I have uncles who are like that too. I'm just like, no. And then they defend it by, they're like, a conspiracy theory. You know, the Holocaust? it's conspiracy theory. So by believing in conspiracy theories, I'm like, basically fighting the hologram. And I'm like, no, just shut up. Shut up. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. um. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about all this now, like this idea of like it's like the idea that the cards are not prophecies but statements of intent as well makes me think that like they're trying to put things into place to like make stuff happen. Like, well, how does that work? What are we cooking here? Anyway, I guess we'll like start the next chapter and we still got like 20 minutes here. Yeah, we're looking at 720 chat. 1280 by 720. Let me take a sip from my drink and we'll keep going. Okay. All right, let's keep it rolling, okay? Into the next chapter we go. What do we got here? An upside down staircase. Permeating Blight, episode 4. What the? What the F? Can't read that. 2 Zimmers were arrested after attempting to enter an embassy in Akasaka. Uh-oh. Do you remember that time that QAnon guy was like part of a debate? Anyway, sorry. Sorry, chat. Sorry. I'm like, this is like QAnon. Zimmers are like QAnon people. But just with conservative politics. Adding that mystery tour participant Fujiwara to the count, total comes to 8 arrests across 5 cases. The world is getting really scary lately. Are they doing this to make the Great Reset happen? They're following someone's directives. Probably the Same Zima admin. This borders on a conspiracy theory, but I believe the admin is agitating the Zimmers. Leveraging the devastation and judgment prophecy as a beacon of hope. Yeah. What exactly is devastation and judgment? Why would someone wish for that? Those who hate this world enough to wish devastation upon it. There are more people like that around than you might think. By the way, one of the tour participants, Mr. Gasmask, I heard from Jasmine that he has gone missing. I hope he's alright. The only trace of him they found was this Illumini card. Stairway to Limbo. Those who descend into Underworld will inevitably fade into oblivion. This adds further credence that each card foretells its owner's fate. Well, Miss Azumi, about the new request. We have been asked to evaluate a cursed artifact. I will handle the evaluation itself. Okay. Artifact evaluation gig, eh? This particular artifact is a cursed one? Yup, that's right. Client name is Jun Miyazaki? Yeah. He got famous from doing online retail. Let me guess, Sammy. Never heard of him? Good guess. You sweet summer child. Never been a fan of that phrase. Anyway. But should we be worried? It's a cursed artifact. What do you mean? If we touch it, won't we die from the curse? Like frothing at the mouth? That kind of thing is not going to happen so fast. Also, only a few curses are genuine. Do you think it's a fake? You really don't want to get cursed. Yeah, Sammy, I bet curses love you. Oh, come on. Don't say that. Okay, anyway, let's do some social media research to find info on the requester. Understood. Our client is asking us to estimate the value of a cursed item. Let's start by figuring out exactly what this cursed artifact is. Okay, I'll search for rumors about cursed artifacts. This Jun Miyazaki guy is quite the character. We should find out more before meeting him. On it. I managed to get that famous box. If it's genuine, it could be worth a lot. The box was in the case files, but the color looks a little brighter than in the photos. Do these things sell for a lot? That's why he wants to get an evaluation, to confirm how authentic it is. Authentic? Like if a popular occult channel like the Centers would call it legit? That means fans will throw their money at it. Okay, beauty and the box? Excuse me? Expect no less of Beauty June, but is it safe to have a box like that? Maybe we should keep it. Is the beauty guy famous? You know Jun Miyazaki? Jun Miyazaki, he's that famous? He used to be a host. Once he moved to beauty, things really took off. This post went viral, so let me do a little marketing, lol. Beauty June's fermented organic protein is now on sale. First time we get 50% off, so don't miss your chance to order now. We're also currently developing our hyper-exclusive beautifying anti-aging Miracle Digestive Beauty, on sale soon. Miracle, wow. But would it still be a miracle after it starts selling? Rena's picks. Every morning I've been drinking Beauty June's fermented organic protein. I guarantee you'll be a repeat customer, one of my top picks. Is Rena girl dating Beauty June? She keeps posting about him. I wonder if Beauty June is okay. Isn't really taking the artifact effects seriously. They say touching, looking, or even hearing about that thing can curse you. Cursed object. Only dangerous things come to mind. There's so many different kinds of curses. No wonder people get interested. Jasmine, you can get cursed by touching, looking at, or even just hearing about these artifacts. You looked at the post, Amy. One mark against you, and one for me because you told me about it. I'm gonna focus on driving now, okay? Let's keep our points even until the end. Why do we take this messed up request? We'll just click on this one. There we go. That beauty box found must be totally cursed. I wonder what curse it has. I hope Mr. Beauty doesn't get cursed if the box is actually authentic. There are lots of people like that who think it won't happen to them. Here. This photo's from when it first got famous. There were a bunch of other rumors about the curse too. It looks pretty intense. 200,000 yen. Sheesh. Hey, I know this. It's an online marketplace app called Fleamari. Wow, it got attention from being sold there? If it's trending, a lot of people must be interested. Click this one. Rumors about the curse. Village Head's entire clan was taken out by this box? Scary. Wonder what's inside. Just imagining it creeps me out. Well, click this one. entire clan was taken out. Pretty wild story. By the way, is a village head like a town chairman or... Nah, it says a village, so it's probably more like a mayor. Could be some ancient venom-based poison. Insects forced to fight each other packed in there. Or maybe human fingers. The only box I know is Pandora's. Beauty. Don't open that box. Don't open it. Do not open it. I'm not joking around. Really think curses are real in this day and age? It's just a box. Previous owner was really done in by it? Yeah, I heard they went missing. Missing? Wait, then how did Mr. Beauty get the box? Missing? Well, let's ask him ourselves. Maybe he knew the previous owner. Okay. We've got one more here. Curse rumors. What is that box? No. Crazy things in wooden boxes. Ryomen Sukuna, hands down. All 4 of them. Huh? What? Ryomen who? Oh, Ryomen Sukuna? It's like talking about Superman. What? Please tell me. Ryomen Sukuna. If you search for it, the results are probably buried under game and anime characters. The box is personified? Wasn't it a mummy? Seriously? Ew. Okay. Once upon a time, there lived a man of legend, strong and smart, with the strength of 2 grown men. The man's name was Ryomen Sukuna. Emperor Nintoku heard the rumors of Ryomen Sukuna and invited him to his place in Nara. That alone should be testament enough to his fame at the time. Emperor Nintoku wanted to make use of Ryomen Sukuna's strength and wisdom. However, for reasons unknown, Ryomen Sukuna refused his invitation. Rumors began to fly, and soon he became known as a man who had refused to pledge allegiance to his country. However, someone who had heard rumors of his prowess came in search of help exterminating the dragon who lived atop Mount Takazawa. Ryomen Sukuna fulfilled this request, and many heralded him as a hero, renowned for his superhuman ability to slay dragons. Yet others feared his power and vilified him for refusing to pledge allegiance to his country. You know, I heard rumors that someone tried to recreate this superhuman being. I mean, it'd definitely be useful to have someone that powerful around the house. If I were a mad scientist, I'd be practicing my evil laugh already. I mean, it's just a strong guy. Is that the legend? A basic one. Once upon a time, there was a really strong dude. Kill the dragon. He refused the Emperor's invitation. That, I guess? There was a lot being said about Mr. Beauty's red box. Though it's all rumors, some of them were pretty scary. The requester is June Mayusaki, aka Beauty June. Seems like someone who's good at selling people things. Already switched from being a host to focusing on the beauty foods market. Didn't realize he was into reselling occult stuff too. Wonder if it's a PR stunt. Sounds worrying. There was talk of the red box's previous owner going missing too. Guess all we can do is ask around once we get there. Okay. Hello. We're from the Urban Myth Dissolution Center. I'm Azumi Fukurai. Hi, you're here. Isn't that Megaria person coming? You two have what it takes. Oh my gosh, I hate when people do this. Do you two have what it takes to do this kind of evaluation? Director Megaria can't make it. Oh, right. In that wheelchair. We can get on a call for the evaluating part, right? Yes. Yeah. Oh, he wants the director's credibility. He's like, I want everybody to see it so I can get a high resale value. All right, come on in. Hey, Rena, get some tea for our guests. Glad you're all right, Mr. Mayusaki. Oh yeah, I'm fine. The curse seems to have hit my girlfriend, Rena, though. Uh-oh. Oh? Hey, Rena, get the door. That's the delivery guy. Mr. Beauty doesn't look cursed? Can't stand him, though. But Jasmine, making it personal will bias the investigation. Look how you've grown. I'll start by checking the symptoms of the curse. And I'll ask about how they got hold of the red box. Okay, go for it. Okay. It's kind of a good stopping point, chat. Let me go get something. Chat. Give me 1 sec. Okay, we're not gonna keep playing this game. I'm gonna take these. We got like 5 minutes left, so I'm like, I don't want to start this investigation, and then I like kind of getting it all, all in one. It feels like it's like, let's go into the situation and understand it, and then it flows better, in my opinion. So instead, I'm gonna read to you from a different book. I got my UFO 50 companion guide in here, chat. Finally showed up. I ordered it back in like October. I was like, oh yeah, I want that. I got 42 games in. I beat 42 games of UFO 50, and then I never finished the last 8, and I've always been like, but they were just so hard. They were so freaking hard. But also, I just got tired of it. I was like, no, I'm done. There's like a full 40-hour RPG in there, so I was like, oh, they have stickers. Oh, that's cute. I did not realize that. Oh, there's lots of stickers. That's cute. Okay. Anyway. Chat, if you don't know, UFO 50 is a game. 50games.fun. Here, chat. Let me boot up my UFO 50 game. Ta-da! Oh, we got an update, chat. Fixed. When shooting from an elevated position, you could not target another disconnected elevated position. Okay, cool. Is that a rare crash? Oh, that's a lot of them. Okay. Oh, my friend's playing this. Okay. Dust off 25 discs. Yeah, it's been like I've like played through so much of this, and then I was like, I need a break. Check out game info. More stuff. Yeah, here you go, chat. 0.6 players have beaten 40 games. So I'm proud of that, but at the same time, like, oh my goodness. But only 3% have even beaten 20. So like, yeah. Oh, it was so hard. 10 games. 10% of people have beat 10 games. Less than 10%. Yeah, five games is the most people do. Yeah, this was like oh, I was obsessed with this game. I'm still, you can see I have 200 hours. So yeah, I was in there. I was in there, chat. like I said, I beat 42. I would love to get that 50. I could join. I'm still in the top 1% of players because of that achievement. Yeah, February 16th, 2025. I was like, let's go. Let's go. And I was like, let's go away from this. Basically just like I got so frustrated. Like I had a real hard time returning to this cuz like just like fuck. Um it's hard to come back to UFO 50 is my main issue. Like I really don't know how I feel about the game now. So like that's also part of the reason I wanted to finish it so I could like wrap up. I could be like, here's what I think. It's such a dense game and like for $20, like it's crazy value. But yeah, they put out like a little guide. It's called the UFO 50 Companion. It's an official guide they made for their own game. But it's got like, the style of like the in-universe like writing and stuff. It's like, oh, they're made by UFO Soft. Not really, but Anyway, the interesting thing is there are like tips for games that I was like, for games that people were like, this game is bad, and I was like, well, I kind of like figured it out. You know what I mean? I understood the game after a bit. Um, and I was like, that was a really janky solution, but it worked. I'm pretty proud of figuring that out. I don't know if that was how it's supposed to be. Yeah, I'm reading this guide and they have my jank strategies. They're like, sometimes enemies will get stuck. Just shoot them. Like, that's so cheap. But yeah, that's what I was doing to win. Um, in like one of the tactics games, you can lead like a giant spider into your enemy's base. And that's what I was doing. I was like, I'm going on a like stealth mission to get this guy to annoy the F out of my enemies. You know what I mean? And it worked. I haven't read the whole thing. There's also like, uh in the game they mentioned like a comic and that's included in here. Um yeah, it's like a fun guide. I'm hoping I can use it to help me there's like maps for levels as well. Or for entire games actually. Um yeah, one of the things is the stun lock technique, chat. In one of the brawlers, you really want to punch 4 times, not 5, and they just have it in the thing, and I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. It kind of frustrates me because I did not like this game that much. I hated Fist Hell. I thought it was the worst game in the collection. But yeah, it is a really cool little guide. I think it was like $20. I was like, I love this game. I still have to beat Grimstone. Oh my gosh. Such a Dragon Quest 3 type of game. Anyway, I was thinking for Thursday I would bust out my guide. And I would try to like, no, we're not gonna finish all 8 games that I need to finish. But I was gonna try to finish one. Try to beat one more game. And go from there. Just as, a way to get me back on my feet. Obviously we could draw. But I would love to like bounce back into UFO 50 and try to finish one game on a stream. I love UFO 50. I always wanted to stream it, but I wasn't streaming, so But yeah, it's a cool guide. I'll show it to you, chat. Show it to you on Thursday as well. We'll look at it. Anyway, just wanted to talk about UFO 50 because I'm always thinking about this game. People were like, "Oh, but is there any one game from there that would be on your GOTY list?" And I was like, "Fuck you! You don't get it. You played a little bit, and then you were like, nah, but there's some good stuff, but I don't nah." And I'm like, okay, well, shut up, shut up. Yeah. Anyway, okay, chat. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, there was lots of games that I wanted to go back to after I beat them all, and I never got to do that either. I was like, fuck. Oh man. Yeah, UFO 50 was such a it's a messy play experience is what I'm gonna say. I started from the beginning and then I got burnt out, and then I started from the end, and I just played whatever I wanted to. It was great. There are some really, really cool moments in that game as well. And they're amazing. Incredibly good soundtrack. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at this guy and I'm just like, oh yeah, chat, you can't see it. Yeah, there was like a tower defense game that I couldn't beat. There was a dungeon crawler. There was a game. There was a shmup that honestly made me feel so mad. I was so frustrated with it. Yeah. All right, chat. That's a wrap on today's stream. Tomorrow we'll be just doing more reading. Settle in, chat. Settle in, because we're playing more Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Solving mysteries. We're understanding where the zeitgeist comes from. Yeah. All right, chat. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me talk about UFO 50. And have a good night. Also, bye.